Hello traders, this is Shadi. I'll be with you today to introduce trend lines. To begin with, a trend line is a tool that can help you to confirm the current trend of the market. It can help you to enter the market. So think of a trend line like as if it is a station where you are going to wait for the price to reach the uptrend or the downtrend. Then you can join the price, you can enter the market. Okay, you can open a position. So it is very easy. An uptrend or a downtrend, or maybe trend lines in general, they are tools that can help us to confirm the current trend of the market, and they can help us to enter the market. That's it. So I would like to start with something that is very important before I tell you how you can use trend lines in trading. Technical analysis is based on three main concepts. The first one is history repeats itself. The second thing is market action discounts everything. The third is price moves in trends. Just as easy as this. So from the third concept, I can tell you that there are three trends. We have three trends in the market: an uptrend, a downtrend, and sideways movement. An uptrend is something that means that we are bullish. The market is increasing in value. The downtrend is the opposite, which means that the price is going lower and lower and lower. Sideways means that there is a balance between buyers and sellers. So if you wanted to trade trend lines, you must understand this concept that price moves in trends. So now, before we explain trend lines and how you can use them in trading, I'd like to explain something that is very important. This is something like a cornerstone. There is something that is called peak or high, peaks, highs, and there is something else that is called troughs or lows. Troughs or lows. So what is a peak? A peak is the highest price between at least two candles. A peak is the highest price between at least two candles. A trough is the lowest price between at least two candles. So think of a peak as if it is an inverted V shape, and the trough is a V shape. So the lowest point is a trough. As for the peak, since we are saying that a peak is an inverted V shape, then the highest point is a peak. Okay, just as easy as this. So now, how you can see this on the chart, how you can spot this on the chart. Look at this chart. Now, as we can see here, we have this is the Euro USD on the 1 hour. As you can see here, this is simply a peak. This is a peak, okay? Why? Why this is a peak? Because it has an inverted V shape. And this is a trough. Why? Because it has this V shape. This is another trough. This is another trough. This is also a trough or a low, okay? This is a peak. This is also a peak, and so on. So just imagine that there is a V shape or an inverted V shape. This way you are able to identify peaks and troughs easily. So peaks and troughs are very important. Why? Because they would make like patterns. These patterns could be many. I mean, we have many patterns in the market. So today we're going to explain trend lines. Trend lines are like patterns. They show up in the market over and over, so you can use them in trading. Now, it all depends on the pattern that you can see on the chart. If you have a group of peaks and troughs that are going upwards, this is an uptrend, okay? If you have a group of peaks and troughs that are going upwards, again, this is an uptrend. If you have a group of peaks and troughs that are going downwards, this is a downtrend. This is a downtrend. If they are equal, I mean they are the same, peaks are at the same price level, troughs are at the same price level, this is called sideways movement. Then forget the sideways movement for now, because trend lines are going to be up or down. only up or down. So we only have an uptrend line or a downtrend line. So the first thing that you want to do when you open your chart is to determine the trend that you have. This will depend on the pattern that you have on the chart. If you have a group of peaks and troughs that are going upwards, this is an uptrend. If you have a group of peaks and troughs that are going downwards, like this one, then this is a downtrend. Now, if I go back to this one, I can show you that this is an uptrend, as you can see. So, simply, we have two kinds of trend lines, an uptrend line or a downtrend line. Okay, so let's say that we have an uptrend. An uptrend means that we can think about having a line that is up, that is bullish. So the first thing, look at the chart, see the trend that you have on the chart. If you have an uptrend, this means that you might have an uptrend line. Okay, if you find that the chart has a downtrend, this means that you might have a downtrend line. Okay, just as easy as this again. So look at the chart. Now we have a group of peaks and troughs that are going upwards. This means that we have an uptrend. This means that we might have an uptrend line. So what does it take to draw an uptrend line? It just needs two things, two troughs, two higher lows, two higher lows. If you are able to spot two higher lows, then you are able to draw trend line and uptrend line. So what you're gonna do now is to use this tool, draw trend line here. This is a tool here, and start from this point, since this is going to be our very first trough or low. Then I go to the second trough like this. So this is an uptrend line. Okay, just very easy. Okay, what about if I go to start from this point? If I start from this point, if I go to this point, considering that this is like the second trough, it's okay, but there is one condition, that the line that you draw should be, since this is an uptrend line, the line that you draw should be below all the candles on the chart. This line goes below all the candles on the chart, and it also has two troughs on it. So an uptrend line is a line that connects two troughs, at least two troughs. Now what you're gonna do is to wait for the price to reach this line, to go down to reach this line. So then if it reached this line, then you would think about entering the market. You want to go long, you want to buy, you want to open a position. Okay, just like this. So this is one condition. Okay, now let's try to find another example about a downtrend. Look at this. This is a group of peaks and troughs that are going downwards, right? So what you're going to do now is to try to draw a downtrend line. Okay, now it works. Why? Because we have here our first peak and the second peak. So what does it take to draw a downtrend line? It takes two lower highs. So this is the first, this is the second. Somebody might ask me why we couldn't go to this one, considering that this is the first peak and this is the second. Now since we want to draw a downtrend line, then the line should be above all candles on the chart. Okay, so this condition, okay, could be applied on the first one but not the second, because as you can see we have candles above this level. Okay, so just as easy as this. Now we have many conditions, we have many rules to trade trend lines, and this will be explained in one of our webinars, upcoming webinars. I hope this helps, and thank you for watching the video.